violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, in school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
On one side of a breezeway, crime tape and police. On the other, a small memorial for the community glue, 41-year-old Lashun Rodgers. Those closest to her called her Bones.
Bone was giving, loving. Bone would give you the shoes and the shirt off her back, literally.
Did they interview some sisters in prison? What's going on here?
I seen her do it. That's how we met 35 years ago.
Rodgers' best friend, Stacy Johnson, and her neighbors say Rodgers was just grilling out, celebrating Memorial Day. They told us 31-year-old Lakrisha Isaac was drunk and slapped Rodgers. Rodgers hit her back.
No, she's not that type of person. And
she's not that type of person. Obviously, this comes from a super ratchet, like shorty looked like Young Thug. I mean, as a community, like I said, there's gonna be a whole generation of grandmas with chest tattoos.
She don't get into this type of stuff.
Police say while the two women were fighting, Isaac handed her bag with a gun to her 10-year-old daughter.
I'm getting the chills just thinking about her. Like, it's just, the situation itself is not.
So the 10-year-old daughter ended up pulling the strap and killing this woman. These elementary gremlins are on demon time.
It's not right.
Her family and friends say Rodgers was known for giving neighborhood kids money, loved by her daughter and grandchild who just had open heart surgery.
And she kept you laughing. Her humor, oh my God, her spirit was awesome.
Those left with just her memory say the little girl who pulled the trigger needs help and they want her locked up.
They want the little girl locked up. This is the first time I done heard the community say they want somebody locked up. But the thing is, you're a grown woman fighting. Grown women fighting. Man, it's OV.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Medgar Evers, and it's a very tranquil scene compared to just a couple hours ago where a drive-by shooting
just took place. Excuse me. I'm getting live updates as we speak. I've just been updated to the amount of casualties from this drive-by shooting, and I'm getting reports that 2 people were actually declared deceased and 27 others were shot and injured but are in stable condition. And although we must pray for the families of the fallen, we must also praise God for the aim of the super gremlin. If you want to know more about the victims of this crime, make sure you add BGZM News 17 on Patreon at www.patreon.com/BlackGenZMindset. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment on the video to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. For more hard-hitting news coverage from the community, by the community, I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And cut.
All right, dog. Let's get the out of here before these niggas come back.
Whoa. Yo!
Whoa.
Ain't that nigga J?
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me.
He just went live
That
with
ain't
that
me.
funky ass suit
That's
on.
that nigga. That's not me.
Hey, get that nigga.
Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Pray for me.
A woman is dead tonight, and Orlando police say that it was a 10-year-old girl who shot her. West Street's Amanda Dukes joins us live from Orlando Police Headquarters with an explanation of what led up to this shooting. Amanda.
Well, according to police, the mother of a 10-year-old girl was in the middle of a fight with another woman when she handed her young daughter a bag with a gun in it. Orlando police were called to the Windsor Cove Apartments on Mercy Drive just before midnight Monday. When they arrived, they found 41-year-old Lashun Rodgers suffering from a gunshot wound. She was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. Police say in an area located between two of the apartment complex buildings, Rodgers had gotten into a physical fight with this woman, 31-year-old Lakrisha Isaac.
So Lakrisha handed the bag to her 10-year-old girl and said, handle my light work. Okay? And I'm sure the little girl had an even worse name than Lakrisha did.
Investigators determined at some point during that fight, Isaac handed her 10-year-old daughter a bag with a firearm in it, and it was the 10-year-old girl who fired 2 rounds, striking and killing Rodgers. Loved ones put flowers on the sidewalk and wrote messages for Rodgers, whom they call by the nickname Bone.
I'm tripping out, I'm mad, I'm upset, and it's very devastating because it was like really for nothing.
A woman named Nana, who said the victim is her cousin, didn't want us to show her on camera, but said the victim was joyful and lived very close to where the shooting happened. She doesn't believe there's any way to justify the killing.
It couldn't have been self-defense. Your child should have been in the house at this time of night.
I mean, for one, yeah, a woman, these women fight with their kids outside all the time. Okay? This is a normal thing. They fight with their kids outside, watching, filming, maybe even jumping in. Sometimes the women jump in to their kids fighting. So we have a whole generation of sisters who fight now. That's their thing. They like to get the fame. They like to get the fame. Okay? And it resulted in a 10-year-old girl shooting a woman, catching a body at 10 years old. Okay? These sister gremlins are on demon time.
Even while you dealing with anything.
Both Isaac and her 10-year-old daughter were taken into custody. The child was turned over to DCF. Isaac faces charges of manslaughter, culpable negligence, child neglect, contributing to the delinquency of a minor, aggravated assault with a firearm. Now, police tell me potential charges regarding the 10-year-old's involvement in this fatal shooting have been passed along to the state attorney's office to review. Her identity is being withheld because she's a minor. Live in Orlando, Amanda Dukes reporting WESH 2 News.
You know, this is a shocking story. The mother of a 10-year-old, police say, shot and killed a woman.
She called.
Orlando is expected to appear in court this morning.
Well, the girl, meanwhile, is in the custody of the Florida Department of Children and Families, and this story was breaking during Good Day Orlando yesterday. Today, Fox 35's Nestor Mato joins us live from outside the Orange County Jail. And Nestor, the state attorney's office will decide whether this 10-year-old girl will be facing any charges.
That's right, and that's because Orlando police say it was that 10-year-old girl who pulled the trigger. And now this morning, that 10-year-old girl, as you mentioned, is waking up at DCF. Her mother's waking up at the jail cell right behind me, and she is facing a judge later today. But investigators, they're looking into maybe charging that 10-year-old girl as well. I want to show you the mugshot, though, of the mother. Her name is Lakrisha Isaac. She's facing several charges, including aggravated assault with a firearm, manslaughter, and child neglect.
So the woman they took her child to DCF. She's in prison. This is a perfect example of why I continue to say, sisters, come get your kids.
Orlando police say that Isaac was with her 10-year-old daughter when she got into a fight with Lashun Rodgers just before midnight Tuesday at an apartment complex on Mercy Drive. Well, they say Isaac handed her daughter a bag. Well, inside the bag was a gun, and investigators say the 10-year-old girl took out the gun and used it to shoot and kill Rodgers. Now a small memorial is growing near where it happened as loved ones spent last night remembering the victim.
Going to be celebrating her life because it was full of it. It was never a day, never a dull day when it came to her. Life is too short for the disagreements for absolutely really nothing.
So now we'll wait for the mother to go ahead and face a judge later today, and we will see if the state attorney's office goes ahead and charges that 10-year-old girl for the shooting death. I'm live in Orange County. Nestor Mato, Fox 35 News.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.